pretty good. You getting wrapped up for the day?
No,
I see towel over the block and stuff.
Oh, it's just because I got it soaking.
Every time I come by, you're a week farther on, so you're moving pretty quick these days.
Well, I'm trying. Every time I turn around, I went to use my valve spring compressor and the little aluminum arm on it's broken, so I'm repairing that. But while I was looking, I found my big diesel valve spring compressor and the cheapo valve spring compressor I used to use a long time ago.
These must be valve springs.
Yeah, and that's a valve spring compressor. But even better yet, I found my good ridge reamer, so I can get rid of the ridge in the cylinder. And it's probably as old as I am. It's kind of a nice one. It just learned to repair this ridge reamer because it's a lot easier to use than that one. And besides, what's the use of keeping broken tools around, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can't fix them, get rid of them. Let's see.
Fixing the tool that's going to fix the...
In theory. See, that didn't fit. I gotta go back to the leather one. Oi!
Man, the shop looks good though. You got your racing lights all paralleled and stuff?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to work down inside that motor.
Yeah.
To keep dark. There we go. Yeah, I know I was going to go ahead and quit because I've got to soak the stinky bobs are all rusted in place. I keep them apart. Once I do get the springs closed down, so I'm soaking them in penetrating oil stuff overnight. See if that makes them cooperate. Don't want to leave.
All new bearings and seals in the lower end?
Yeah, that's all done, and the new oil pump, and moved the intake for the oil pump and the sump up 1/4 of an inch, so it's not actually rubbing the bottom of the pan.
Is that what was wrong with it?
Well, what was wrong with it was they put a 2x4 across the low spot in the pan here at some point and jacked the motor up, and this was all crushed in up against the intake. Unfortunately, it also had 3/4 of an inch of sludge in there, so it just plugged the intake up with sludge.
That's a little straw that comes down and takes the oil out.
This here comes down and sits in the pan. Right?
Yeah.
This thing right up against the bottom of the pan and buried in the sludge, so it was pumping. That's why I had to go all the way through the motor. I couldn't just, it had a leaky rear seal. Could have just thrown a new seal in, but the whole block was full of sludge here. The bearings were in great shape, but they were just packed full of grit, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it polished the crank really well because it was just, carbon grit from not changing the oil. But it's a really low mileage motor. You can tell by the ridge in it. It does have a ridge, but it's just way minimal. Hardly anything, and the cylinders are just, let me turn the light on. The cylinders are just beautiful.
It does kind of look nice and shiny.
Yeah, well, and somebody had it apart. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, and it looks like they honed the cylinder, because if you look closely, you can still see the hone marks in the cylinders. And they didn't take the ridge out. They didn't. They put the gaskets back. They didn't.
Went through the motions but didn't know the notion.
Right. And they didn't replace the rear main seal while they were in there. And when I went to take it out, it just crumbled. It's, you know, what, 60 some years old. Used to be a piece of rubber, and it was more like Bakelite when I chipped it out of it. So not surprised it was leaking. They were one tooth off on the timing gear, so that's been replaced. That's why I was having trouble when I first got it to time it. You know, it had need a full rebuild and all that. And it's just basically bad maintenance and bad machine work. It's like the head. I looked at it. The head gasket, it was leaking between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. Oh, let me turn this thing over here. Maybe, yeah. And,
See, everybody at home can watch this, and later on in life, I can watch this and know what you did to the engine.
right. And when I went to surface it, it turned out it was really cupped, and it wasn't really the head's fault. It was whoever did the last head job on this. Because typically when you do these, you'll find the machine marks are perfect little like 1/8 inch and 1/16 inch machine marks all the way down it. And whoever did this, you can still see remnants of it. I didn't take it all the way down, but you can see they're like 1/2 inch machine marks, and they're not centered on the head. They're off at an angle. So whoever did it didn't know, you know, see that? You shouldn't have 1/2 inch machine marks and 3/4 inch machine marks.
Right.
It's just a total hack job. So, got that all straightened out close enough to under 1,000 everywhere. So we'll call it even at that, because compression's probably already up a little bit. Don't want to take the head down too far. I'll be banging plugs. So got that all ready. I'm just getting ready to replace the oil seals on the valve stems there.
And you were fixing one of those when we got here.
Yeah, and I did a drip down test on it. I turned it upside down, filled them all up with the WD-40 and let it sit for 3 days, and not a single valve leaked. So the compression test I did dry and wet, and it was 160 to 170 all the way down. So the rings are just fine, and the cylinders look beautiful, although they need a little quick hone to break the glaze on them. But
And what's the size on this engine, in case they haven't seen any?
oh, it's a 250.
And you had this one shipped to you?
I bought it, off online. Kid had it over there in Sacramento. It's a 68 truck block,
Oh, okay.
and he got it out of a 68 Nova. So at some point, somebody back in the day put this one in there. It's probably out of a piece of farm equipment, judging by the amount of wear on it. But what it looks like they did is they pulled it out of the farm equipment, had a buddy of theirs do a quickie on it, stuck it in the Nova, and it never ran right, and it leaked oil everywhere. So he ended up selling the Nova to this kid in Sacramento, and he, of course, yanked it out immediately and threw a 327 and a 350 tranny in it. So I paid him an extra $100 on what he was asking for it, which was $200, and he actually brought it over and dropped it off. So that was pretty cool of him. I'll have to call him back and when I get it all running and go.
It's come back to life.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And that's going in this thing.
Yeah.
The truck, which you've seen in other videos if you were paying attention, and if
It's
not.
a brand new 1948 Chevy.
Yeah,
One
completely rebuilt from the frame up. And yeah, so that's the update. And that's what he's been up to, amongst other things, but during the days and the evenings.
Being my spare right hand there.
Right? Happy October from the Major Family Farm. And
Sheltered workshop.
yeah. Oh.